Hey guys, this week's Dub Run Week starts with round 23. Let's start with the ups and downs.
And here we have a couple of selections for us. One is we start with Avramovic, very low value at 7.9. He takes a lot of minutes now. Musa is back on action, so potentially he has a better way and more help in the team. We have also here a couple of other selections that is below the 10 credits. We see Washington continues to be the main scorer for Partizan, and we think he will continue stacking up the points, and with that some fantasy points as well. And then we have Walkup being quite crucial for Olympiacos at the point guard position. Again, 8.5 credits only, even with the increase of 0.4. And on the expensive side of things, for one more fixture, we have Brian, now 17.2, extremely expensive, but he keeps delivering, so we can't deny that still is a great choice. Then if we see on the other side, on the right hand side, we have Wright being on a very good discount. He had a really off game last week, and potentially many users were impacted by that, but we think now is cheap, and also he had a very good bounce game in the upper league, so we think he is primed for a great game. And then we have Thompson also coming through for after a good game in domestic league in ACB with Valencia, and now he's also discounted by 0.7 credits. On this list we have a player that potentially has blacklisted already from many users. So unfortunately, had a couple of great games when he moved to FS, and he got very popular, and then he delivered -6, but he bounced back with a good game in the Turkish league, when again he got a lot of minutes, playing minutes, and he scored a lot of points. So we think he's gonna bounce back in Euroleague as well. Let's see about FS team, because FS is on a tough streak, but we think he can still have a good game in any case. Then moving into forward position, here really Vezenkov, as always, very expensive, again increased his value with 20.3, is the only, I think, and the first player to reach that valuation. So there is no question that is expensive in any sense of this. But again, he keeps delivering the points, and even recently in the Greek league, with a few minutes, he managed to be the first scorer for his team. So we stick to Vezenkov for now. On the right hand side, Petrusev is on a great discount. Still, though, he's not very convincing, but is one to keep an eye on. And finally, if we go back on the left hand side, a deep value option, Kuruks from Baskonia. He scored 18.7 fantasy points. He's keep having solid minutes, so the playing time is there, and he also had a good game in ACB, so we think he could have another decent game in the next round. Moving on into center position, here our first choice is Oturu. And then we have a more deep value option with Kai Jones. Recently he's having more playing time, and he's able to start delivering also in terms of fantasy points. So if you are searching for a center less than 8 credits, there is a good choice. And then on the right hand side, we don't really have a lot of options, but if we see on the number 5 is Kapengele. Now he's discounted by 0.3 credits, still quite expensive, but he's coming up from also a good game in the upper league and good matchup. We think he's going to have another good game. With that, let's move on to our team and see how we did last week.
And as you see, we almost got 200 fantasy points and we gained 1.3 credits, basically because the duo of Vejankov and Bryant gave us more than 100 points, as you see. So these two are the pillars for our team. Niang, an outstanding game. He was the MVP of the round, as you see. And then Nebo as well contributed. And India and Taylor, more than 10 fantasy points. It's always welcome. And coach to this 10 fantasy points. The players that you see on the bench didn't manage to give us the points we wanted to have. But overall, as you see, Vejankov, Bryant, and Niang were the top players that gave us the most fantasy points. It will be interesting to see what changes we made after this round. But first, let's see the coach of the round.
And here we're going with Itudis. Hapoel Tel Aviv are playing versus FS. As we mentioned earlier, FS is not in its on a great form. On the other hand, Hapoel remains on the top of the standings in the Euroleague and playing quite good basketball. So we think it is, although it's an expensive solution, it's still one that we believe it could, has the highest probability to deliver 10 fantasy points. This week this round, as this is a double round week, but this first part of this double round week, we think there are quite a lot of options, even if you are, feeling more risky and you wanna, bet on Besic having maybe another home court win with less than 5 credits. Also, we see Matsoulis having an away game, but potentially being the favorites against Villeurbanne in Lyon. So yeah, a lot of options in comparison to what we usually have. But yes, we stick with it to this on our team, and let's see what else we have there.
And as you see, we kept Vejankov and Bryant, of course. And we want to bet with Lee for another round. Maybe he bounced back also in Euroleague. We kept Coach to this, but we needed to bring a tier 2 player because we need an option for captain. So Baldwin is the option that we wanted to bring. We also kept Niang, as you see, but we wanted someone in his caliber because he is in amazing form at the moment. And we wanted to bring Baldwin, and then also Kuruks for forward for turn 1. He will remain on the bench because we have Osmani as a 6-man. So basically the team is the same. We just brought Oturu instead of Nebo, but Nebo had a really good game with 20 fantasy points. And then basically we sacrificed a lot of credits and we bring Kuroks because we wanted Baldwin. Bill, do you want to add anything?
Yeah, it's only one game on the second turn of this round, so only one game on Wednesday, and that's Virtus Bologna versus Fenerbahce. So I think it would be beneficial for everyone to have someone as a turn 2 captain, because in the worst case scenario that something goes wrong, you still have a decent player to to move in your team. Obviously, you have Baldwin or De Colo or from Virtus Edwards as good solutions. We went with the guy that is on the top form right now, Baldwin, but hopefully we don't need to change captain. Let's see how it goes. For any further tips this round, as always, you can find us on Real Hoopers Hub website. Enjoy this first part of the double round week, and see you soon.
Enjoy the games, guys, and see you soon.